I'm back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. And please hit the bell. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. Okay now, ladies and gentlemen. I might not I'm doing this video over because I kind of messed up a little bit on that video. So I'm doing it over. So it might not come out the same way it did with the first video, but I'm doing it over. So this is what I want to talk to y'all about. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I want to tell y'all a story about, about the cooking class thing, because this is part of the cooking, the one that I told y'all at first about learning how to cook. So this is part of the other one. This is the second part of this. Okay, so I think it'd be better, ladies and gentlemen, to learn how to cook. Because let me tell you something. My son, not my oldest son, my other son, came to me and he's dating this other girl. And he has a son by her, by this first girl. The second girl, he has two daughters by her. Okay. So the second woman that he got the two kids by, he come to me and asked me to teach her how to cook. So yes, he come to me and asked me to teach her how to cook. So I told him, don't she know how to cook? By him asking me that, I'm quite sure she don't know how if he coming to ask me to teach her. So what I was meaning to say, did her mother, why didn't she go to her mother and ask her mother to teach her how to cook? So he told me that her mother do not know how to cook. So I told him, okay, I will teach her how to cook. So he went to his girlfriend and he told her that he asked his mama to teach her how to cook. And she agreed on it. She wasn't mad about it or nothing. And I asked her, because I didn't want her to know that my son told me that her mother didn't know how to cook. So I asked her myself. I said, well, why didn't you go to your mother and ask your mother? And she said, because my mother don't know how to cook either. And I said, oh, okay. All right, I would love to teach you how to cook. So I taught her how to cook. And this is what I'm saying, ladies. It didn't bother me to teach her because I know she wanted to make my son happy. So it didn't bother me. But I would have thought that it would have been better if she would have came to me herself and just asked me, can I teach her how to cook so she can cook for my son? I would love to hear that come from her. But for my son to come to me and ask me to teach her how to cook, it didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. But I taught her. But so that's why I'm saying, ladies and mans, the same thing. Y'all can, get caught up in that situation too. Because y'all always think that women's got to do everything. Now, we don't have to do everything. Y'all can learn how to do cooking too, because I know y'all don't want sometime to hear another man that's in the family with his girl, with your girlfriend brother, and he knows how to cook, and you come over there to your girlfriend's house and see her brother cooking, and you don't know how to cook, and her brother say, man, you know how to cook? And you say no, and he say, man, I don't know why you don't know how to cook. Ladies love mans that know how to cook. Which that true. Just the same way that men's love women's didn't know how to cook. So y'all have to learn how to cook for each other. You gotta learn how to cook. It's okay to ask somebody if y'all going for yourself and asking for that person to do it, but don't have that person to go to the person and ask them to do it for you. Because, like I said, a mother is going to ask her son, do your woman know how to cook? And if he say no, she doesn't. And she's going to say, well, why are you with this woman that don't know how to cook? And the only thing he could say is, I don't know. I thought she knew how to cook. That's all he could say. That's all he could say is, I don't know. I thought she know how to cook. And then the mother gonna say, well, did you ask her? Did she know how to cook? And then he probably say, no, I didn't ask her because I figured that every woman knows how to cook. But every woman don't know how to cook. So it's always better for men to ask a woman, do you know how to cook? Because every woman don't know. And I don't think it's a problem of a woman telling you, no, I don't know how to cook. And it's up to the man that want to be with the woman if she know how to cook or not. It's up to him. The same way with the woman. It's up to the woman to be with the man even if he know how to cook or not. It's up to him. Because ladies don't always want to be in the kitchen cooking either. They want a man to cook from them sometimes. They want to be catered by a man, just like a man want to be catered by a woman. But you don't want the man's mother, or, the man don't want the woman's brother to ask him, do you know how to cook? And he looking stupid because this man know how to cook and he don't know how to cook. So this man, he looking stupid because he got to learn how to cook because her brother know how to cook. So he got to learn how to cook because his sister, her brother, ain't going to do nothing but tease his sister and say, you got a man that don't know how to cook? Why you want to be with somebody that don't know how to cook? Don't you get tired of cooking? Don't you want this man to cater for you sometimes? Said you always catering for him? And she can't do nothing but say to her brother, yeah. That's all she can say is, yeah, because that's the truth. And the same thing with a man. When his mother asks, why this woman you dating don't know how to cook and you coming to me, and I'm asking you, do she know how to cook? And the only thing you can say to me is, and when the mama asks him, do she know how to cook? And then you say, yeah or no. And then he gonna say, why? The mama gonna say, why are you with this woman that don't know how to cook? And like I said, he only can say what I just said the first time. That he didn't know. He thought she already knew how to cook. But everybody don't know how to do everything. That's why sometimes you got to learn how to cook, because family is going to test you. When you get around your boyfriend family, or your boyfriend get around your family going to ask questions. They are going to ask questions, especially the mother. They definitely going to ask the ladies, do you know how to cook? And if you say no to a mother, to this man's mother, she going to look at you like, what? Why you with my son? My son loves to eat. So why are you with him if you don't know how to cook? That's how she going to look. You're going to see that on her face. Like, okay, so why are you with my son? And you don't know how to cook. That's how she looking. But she's not going to say that to you. But that's how she looking at you. But she's going to say to her son, why is you with this woman that don't know how to cook? That's what she's going to say to her son. So, it's always good, ladies, to learn how to cook. It's always good, mans, to learn how to cook. Because it's always somebody in the family that knows how to cook. And they are going to ask questions. They are going to ask questions. So, the best thing I can tell y'all to do is take up cooking class, or go to somebody in y'all family and ask them to teach y'all how to cook. Because like I said, it's some mans out here that know how to throw down really good. It's some mans out here that know how to cook better than women's. I ain't gonna tell y'all no story. It's the truth now. It's some mans out here that know how to cook better than women's. Because let me tell you something, ladies. You have mans that wants to learn how to cook, and they will go to their parent, to their mother, and ask their mama to teach them how to cook. Because let me tell you something. Now, my oldest son definitely know how to cook because he came to me when he was like 12 years old and asked me to teach him how to cook because he knew one day that he was going to be with somebody and he wanted to learn how to cook. So I taught my son how to cook, and he knows how to cook. Now my other son, he never came to me and asked me to teach him how to cook. He never did. Because he always thought he knew what to do. He always thought he knew what to do. So I ain't never bring it up to him because he always thought he knew how to cook. But now when he sat there and got a woman that didn't know how to cook, that made him feel like, I guess I better learn how to cook. So he started coming to me and asking me to teach him how to cook as he got older now. Now, it would have been better if he would have came to me when he was a little bit younger, but he came to me as he got a little bit older, want to learn how to cook because he living with a woman that didn't know how to cook, and he got tired of eating out in the streets. So I taught him how to cook. Thank you, Holy Ghost. And I taught his girlfriend how to cook. So they not together no more. Even though she know how to cook, they not together no more. But he's with this other woman, and he cooks for her, and she cooks for him. So the best thing to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to learn how to cook for each other to make each other happy. So you won't have to hear the family saying nothing. Therefore, the parents. Now let me tell you something, ladies. The mother is going to test you. I'm going to tell you now. She's going to test you because she's going to have you to come in there and cook something for her in the kitchen while she's in the kitchen. If she have her son to invite you over to her house, and if it's on a holiday, she's going to ask you, do you know how to cook a certain thing? And she's going to test you on that and see, do you know how to cook it? That's what she's going to do. She's going to test you on it. And that's what mothers do. They test their boyfriends. They test their sons' girlfriends to see, do they know how to cook. That's what they does. So ladies, you don't want to get embarrassed like that. You don't want the mama you don't want the mama to get you hemmed up and then ask you to cook and you don't know how to cook. That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good at all. So I think it's be the best thing for you to learn before the holidays come around. Because when you do, and you go over there for the holiday, the mother is definitely going to ask you to cook something just to see, do you know how to cook? She probably just might say, make some salad. You know, that's an easy thing to make if you know how to make salad. She might ask you to make macaroni. She might ask you to make some potatoes. She might ask you to make some potato salad. It's up to you, ladies, but you got to know how to do it. You got to know how to do it because you don't want to get embarrassed. You don't want to be embarrassed. So it's the best thing to do is to learn how to cook so you won't be embarrassed, because mothers do test their boyfriends, their sons, girlfriends. They do test you to see, do you know how to do certain things, because they want their sons to be happy. And they don't want their sons be looking all out of shape like Santa Claus. They don't want them eating out in restaurants all the time. They want them to eat healthy because they know if they're eating healthy, they got somebody that's going to love their son. If they're not eating healthy, they know that this woman do not love their son because this woman don't want to learn how to cook. And she is definitely going to get on her son about it. Why are you study being with this woman that don't know how to cook? Don't you see that if you keep eating out, that food out can kill you? So it's time for you to learn to get a woman that know how to cook, so you won't have to keep eating out there in that world, because that food out there in the world is not always good to eat out there. So that's why it's always good to learn how to cook. So ladies, if you love your man and mans, if you love your women's, Learn how to cook. And y'all both will be happy. So that's what I want to talk to y'all about. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day. Jesus love you, Father love you, the Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors. And I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a blessed day.